Rainy this morning on the way to the ballpark for all of us. It was downpouring, a little bit windy, and it looked like maybe, just maybe, today's game might be in jeopardy. But they were predicting a window between 4 and 7 in the forecast. That's exactly what's happened, and now we see some blue sky overhead and actually a little bit of sunshine.
Yeah, clouds are moving quick too. Get out of here. Let's go. We need some sun.
Red Sox coming off an opening day defeat, a wild one, 10-9. Had a chance at the end, but when you walk 9, you're probably not going to win that game. You probably don't deserve to win that game. And the Red Sox fell in the opener to the Baltimore Orioles. Every team in the division except for the Red Sox did win their game on opening day, for what that's worth. Yankees, Tampa Bay, and Toronto all won theirs. And they're all in action today too. So here come the Red Sox, a little bit bundled up, nothing close to opening day though, when the temperature was 39 degrees, felt like 31 with the wind chill. And the major story today is that guy, the tall left-hander Chris Sale, 34 years old, celebrated a birthday in fact on opening day. Red Sox decided to start him in game 2 instead of the opener. He's finally healthy. He's vowed to recoup his old form. Always pitch well against Baltimore. Here's the Oriole lineup, brought to you by Nissan. Urias will lead things off. Rutschman had the 5 hits in the opener. Mountcastle, Santander, and Hayes. Then it's Gunnar Henderson, the young third baseman. Mateo at short. Mullins dropping down from the leadoff spot to the 8-hole. And McKenna's in left field. Against the Red Sox starter, brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. Chris Sale 0-1 last year, a .318 earned run average. He is healthy. Single most important development for the Red Sox pitching staff.
Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense. We got Rafael Devers at third base, Kike Hernandez at shortstop, Christian Arroyo at second base, Tristan Casas at first, Masataka Yoshida in left, Adam Duvall in center, Alex Verdugo in right, Chris Sale on the bump, and Reese McGuire doing the catching.
Umpires brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. Will Little has the plate. Ryan Addison at first, Dan Merzel at second. Lance Barksdale is at third. We're available. The telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And the weather presented by Window World of Boston, the official replacement window sponsor of the Boston Red Sox. Right now 59 degrees, partly cloudy. Wind is out to right at 10 miles per hour. It was really howling the other day in the opener. Different set of circumstances today. And Chris Sale moments away from delivering the first pitch of the afternoon.
Yeah, it's blowing straight out to center field. Nothing better than these 4 o'clock games for pitchers. Nothing worse for hitters. You got that shadow. Hopefully that slider from Sale utilizes that shadow effectively.
Goes with a heat at 95 for strike 1. Sale has started just 11 games for the Red Sox of the last 3 seasons. With Tommy John, a rib fracture, a fractured finger, a fall from a bike. So perhaps easy to forget how dominating he was before signing that 5-year contract in 2019. In for strike.
You couldn't tell if that was a sinker or the changeup right there. We get our first timeout from Urias in the box.
A couple of interesting violations on opening day. It was the Red Sox, unfortunately. And in particular, the Rafi Devers strikeout, which was properly enforced under the rule of the day. But we're all thinking, what happens if that occurs in the 7th game of the World Series? To end it. Swing and a miss to strike him out on the slider. Great way for Chris Sale to get going today.
Yeah, no better way for Chris Sale to come out here and throw strikes immediately. But this is his pitch, that slider. Out of hand, it looks like it's in the strike zone the whole time. And then right there just drops, into the backside of a righty. It is hard to take that pitch. Going to see a lot of check swings from that, too.
Brings up Adley Rutschman. Terrific catcher who went 5 for 5 on opening day with a home run and 4 RBIs. The 1-0. And he's got himself another hit. Already 6 hits in the series for Rutschman. Jumped on that one.
I mean, he is hot as hot can be right now. Left side, it was the other day. This side from the right just gets that pitch that crosses over. Wanted to go outside with the fastball. Just leaks back over inside, and not a good spot. But that's what we talked about, is his command, you know, getting back into it. When he is commanding the ball, he is nasty.
Sends up Mountcastle, hit 22 home runs last year. He was thinking about his first of the season right now on that cut. Chris Sale with 7 All-Star selections on his resume. One year with the Red Sox, a 2.90 ERA with 308 strikeouts. That was his first year in Boston. The next year his ERA was 2.11. And he closed out the World Series in style. High deep drive. That one sucked way up there, way back and gone. Mountcastle launching a 2-run homer. The Orioles strike first against Chris Sale. Now his first swing of the day, that was meant to hit at about 422. This one does.
Yeah, these are the ones as a pitcher that you're hoping they just miss. Slider just stays up and down the middle of the plate. And as a hitter, you just jump on those. It's just reactionary. When you see that thing just spinning up there, especially a guy like Chris Sale, you don't want to let that go. Saw the really good one to Urias. Got to get back into that pitch.
Anthony Santander, the DH. They are in attack mode, aren't they?
97 right there. Yeah, you don't like to see the home run given up. When he bounces back and gets mad and gets that 97, you want to see a little bit of that.
Santander, 33 home runs, 89 runs batted in. I still don't think baseball realizes, fans of baseball, and an umpire timeout.
Something's on the field.
Yeah, down the right field line. Not sure that
we don't have a hat trick yet.
We don't have one. Hold on to your hats, people. I'm not sure that Santander gets enough attention for how tough he is, how good a hitter he is, and what a season he had last year. That was 97. 1-2.
I'll tell you what, this is what I love most about Chris Sale, being a teammate of his and getting to see it. But man, when he gets mad, I mean, he just goes and attacks. There it is.
Swing and a miss to strike him out with a slider. Second K in the book here in the first inning.
Yeah, bouncing back right here, going to the 97 heaters, then following with that good slider. Threw that one that just hung up there, that Mountcastle just absolutely crushed. But coming back and throwing that, just going back in the fields. I mean, getting back in the swing of this is going to be tough in some ways. But getting back to that feel of that good slider.
Right fielder Hayes lifts a high deep drive. That one stocked way back there, and that ball is gone. That's a home run. Home run for Hayes, who hit 16 last year. He was at second rounding before he realized the umpire Dan Brazell was signaling to come on in. Second home run in the first inning of Chris Sale. 3-0 Baltimore. And that was really a no-doubter.
The question, though, is it just where it hits on that wall. That's close. So if it hits that yellow line and comes back in, guessing that's.
Take a look where it hit.
See if it hits right at the yellow. Oh yeah, just barely. Wow.
Gunnar Henderson, third baseman, promoted last year. They think he's going to be a star. And he'll look at a ball. Sale roughed up for a pair of home runs in the opening inning and drops in a breaking ball. Mateo on deck. Fooled him there and struck him out. He does strike out 3 in the inning, but allows 3 runs as well. Yoshida, the cleanup man, with Duvall hitting 5th and center. Casas at first, Arroyo the second baseman, McGuire is catching, and Kike is the shortstop. Red Sox are quickly behind 3-0 on a long couple of home runs, 422 and 430. Orioles starting pitchers brought to you by PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier. That is the right-hander Dean Kramer, 8-7 last year. Got a variety of pitches. He missed a couple of months with an oblique injury last season, but when he was on the mound, he was very effective.
Yeah, hitters, hit mistakes in the middle. Very rhetorical on a lot of that, but going to utilize 3 different fastballs: the 4-seam, the cutter, and the sinker. Sinker mainly to right-handed hitters. The 4-seamer up at the top of the zone to get swing and miss. He's got a good curveball and changeup above major league average in those. Got to see those pitches up.
2-1. Last year he allowed just 11 home runs all season.
He's not a big strikeout guy in a lot of ways. He's gonna attack you, and those mistakes that you hunt in the middle, when you start looking too far out or too far in, it's gonna get to you. It's gonna go off the plate a little bit.
The strike. Crowd didn't like it. Verdugo didn't like it.
He's gonna have to call time here. Call time. Call time.
Had that granted by Will Little.
So this is the one thing when you have this, when you take a little bit of time outside that box, you can, and the best one was Raffy. Raffy on deck was telling him, hey, you got to get back in there because you got 15 seconds.
Slap to the right side, down for it, Arias, and 1 out.
Here's the Orioles defense presented by Audi. We got Henderson at third, Mateo at shortstop, Urias at second base, Mountcastle at first base, McKenna in left, Mullins in center, Hayes in right, Kramer on the bump, and Rutschman doing the catching.
And Raffy Devers in the box. 2 for 5, 2 runs on opening day. And through the hole for a base hit, picking on the first pitch. The Red Sox have their first base runner. Now the giveaway on Monday here at Fenway is the Rafael Devers chain and a likeness of him hanging off it.
A little emoji, a little emoji with Carita, his nickname, babyface in Spanish. Right there, man. Good piece of hit by Raph. That's when he goes really good. When he's getting those base hits the opposite direction, staying within himself, not trying to overswing.
And for a strike on Turner. The video game MLB The Show 23 is predicting that Justin Turner is going to win the batting crown this year in the American League. Is also predicting through a simulation of the entire 162 games that the Red Sox will finish second and make postseason play.
What was the predictions last year?
I do not remember.
We got to go look back at the predictions for last year, see how accurate these are. I'd love to see it though.
Trying not to revisit last year as that one is flied into right. Hayes in the sun. Rafael back to first, 2 gone.
Never a fun day on 4 o'clock games for right fielders. You got to know that too as a runner. You got to be prepared just in case. Because when they put that glove down and get a little scared, you got to take off.
The sun is really in and out too.
Yeah, we got this cloudiness coming through here. Not fun. That right field is not. This is like BP time. Not easy to be out there.
Yoshida 2 for 4 on Thursday. Got his first couple of Red Sox hits and an RBI. Each of his at-bats ended with a hard hit ball, 95 miles an hour or above. There were only a couple of guys on opening day who achieved that velocity in 4 at-bats. Vlad Guerrero was one of them.
It's good comp.
This one hit gently to Arias, and that is all. The Red Sox lead 1.
Over the Red Sox here in the top of the 2nd inning. And guys, we're talking about some of the new rules, and they've been some of the more revolutionary in the game of baseball probably in my lifetime here. And we saw some of the impact of those during spring training. And I asked Red Sox manager Alex Cora how the pitch timer has made an effect on the on-field communication. A lot of times he'll relay the sign to third base coach Carlos Fables, and then he'll communicate to the base runner or the batter. He said the rule has made them have to be more efficient with the process. There's times now where there's a ball in the air or hit in play, and Cora will already be giving the next signs. He says that's how they've made the adjustment to this pace.
Boy, and reviews have really changed too. The manager has to be instantaneous. There's no more waiting to hear from the video room or from somebody else whether or not they're going to challenge a particular play. You got to do it right now.
It's not easy because in the World Baseball Classic, being in that dugout and trying to go through a call, I mean, it's so fast. And you have to make that split-second decision, and it could be costly. Oh, wow.
Mateo with a swing and a miss. Sale with 3 strikeouts in the first inning, but also a pair of home runs. So Alex Cora has to be like, right now I make up my mind whether we're challenging that. And then you have 15 seconds, as you said, as they take a look. They want to get through those, churn through those calls, not belabor them. I thought a lot of dead time, a lot of downtime in baseball. Because of that previously, it took too long to make a decision. You know, whether to change the call or not.
15's pretty quick.
It is quick. Everything's quicker. Red Sox played 3 hours 10 minutes with Baltimore on opening day, which feels pretty long with the new rules. That's going to be ball 4. So Mateo's on. Number 7 hitter draws the walk. Mullins will be next. Now time for the front door expert approach. Chris Sale, average fastball velocity since 2017. Just a couple of starts last year. He was throwing about 95 when he took that line drive in New York that fractured the finger. And a ball outside on Mullins. He is 1 for 8 lifetime against Chris Sale.
Yeah, the velo's there. That's not the issue right now. It's just getting back in the swing of the command.
And he'll line one in center field. That was hit sharply. That'll put 2 on and nobody out. And bring up Ryan McKenna, who gets a start in left field today. So that is 5 base runners with nobody out in the second so far against Chris Sale. Baltimore getting another right-hand hitter up there. And ball 1.
Yeah, it says sinker right there, but that's a changeup.
He's 1 for 5 with a double off the lefty in his career.
Yeah, that right there's more, you know, that sinker 4-seamer, the 93 to 97, that 88's that changeup. He's trying to get him on that first pitch to, you know, be aggressive, try to roll over something to Rafi or Kike. Let's see if he goes back to that. Hasn't thrown that thing for a strike too much. There it is. And they changed it right there. There we go. Change up.
Officially a change.
Or should I say the computer from MLB changed that. It's no longer, it's not somebody operating that. It's just gone off analytics.
Mateo and Mullins get their leads. He's really not throwing that many strikes, certainly by his standards. 31 pitches, only 18 strikes. That's 58%. And for a guy like Sale, it's well off what he's looking for. Urias on deck. Try to hold, but it's in there for strike 3. And he picks up his 4th K, an important first out.
Yeah, got him with the fastball looking on this one here. You know, especially with that slider, you got to respect it. You can see he's late. He's tardy on that fastball, thinking it's going to be up out of the zone. But it's hard, man. When you have to respect that changeup and that slider, you can't be hunted with 2 strikes. So good job there to sneak it past him.
Ramon Urias 0 for 1 with a whiff in the first inning.
Another pitch comm issue.
Just heard Will Little say, "Can you hear?" Urias 16 home runs last year. Play on.
Yeah, Mateo, you got to keep him close because he is lightning fast.
Mullins pretty quick too. Still 34 last year. He ran a lot on opening day, had many opportunities to do it. That's a strike. Back to the off-speed pitch. I mean, you'd win a couple of bucks on the question, who won the Gold Glove at third base in the American League last year? It was this guy, Urias.
A solid player.
Runners hold and line foul.
And a big one too with the command from Sale is that changeup. When he can utilize that changeup and throw it into spots he wants. You know, his arm angle with the 97 and 94 to 97 with the fastball. Trying to command all the pitches, but that changeup especially. When you can get those guys off balance and get weak contact, sets up a lot of different pitches.
Runners going. Here's the throw down to third and safe. And so is Mullins into second. Boy, they're running in this series, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And that's a great play by Rafael Devers. Not easy with the guy barreling into you, but he knocks it down. He actually caught it. Not a boy. I mean, that is not easy right there.
Teo's shaking up on the play and only now getting up.
Well, that's not good. That's a throwing hand. Can't tell if that's the thumb he keeps doing or just the fingers. Index finger.
Man. So lengthy delay here as Jorge Mateo went strong into third, ruled safe, and Mullins on a double steal went into second. And he's going to hang in. Got a smile on his face here. Infield in for Boston.
Looks like he took a bunch of skin off the top of that. Look like the top of his hand had a bunch of. How he cut it like that? Maybe on a cleat.
1-2.
Oh wow.
Ooh. Chris Sale telling him it is a strike. No uncertain terms.
He is exactly right. Got to have that pitch right there. He missed one to Verdugo, and there was a lot of barking from the dugout. But that is right there.
Red Sox have been at odds with the young umpire a couple of times already today. And down he goes. Overpowered him there with a big heater. And 2 down.
They had the strikeout. He was trying to go up top and went down. Didn't get the call. Went back up to that where they wanted it the pitch before and this one. Above the barrel for strike 3.
Number 5 for Chris. And here's Rutschman. He ripped a single in the first inning. Came around and scored on a home run by Mountcastle. Second and third, 2 away. Sale had 38 pitches. First player to go 5 for 5 or better with a home run on opening day since 1937. The only other catchers to reach 5 or more times on opening day: Yogi Berra in 1956, Todd Hundley in 1995, and Jason Varitek in 2002.
My goodness.
Softly hit. Here comes Devers. Raffy will fire. Oh, got him at first. Boy, it looked like he had no shot at him. No shot at all. And able to get it there in time, according to the first base umpire, Addison.
They're not going to challenge it. What a play by Raffy and Casas.
So no challenge. Big bailout there. 3-0 Baltimore. Ready to score if he doesn't get the out at first.
Yeah, amazing play right here to come get that ball barehanded, crossbody, and Casas getting his face on it right there. That's how you pick it at first base. Get your head on it, glove it. Beautiful.
So the Red Sox get out of the inning unscathed. Still 3-0 Baltimore. The home plate umpire Little continues to have, I think, microphone issues here.
Yeah, a little bit of delay too. They were talking about it because Mateo had that issue with his hand and they were trying to patch it up.
So kind of a choppy start here as the Red Sox try and get on the board against Dean Kramer. And Mateo back out at short. Looks to be okay. Popping a beach ball.
Becoming a fan favorite out there, Hayes.
So the Red Sox, it'll be Duvall, Casas, and Arroyo. Kramer's kind of been a poster child for the Orioles resurgence, because in 2021, when Baltimore lost 110 games, he was 0-7 with a 7.55 ERA. Turned a big corner last year. Bounces it up there to Duvall, who had an RBI double on opening day as he smashed one off the monster. (2-0). Back in 2020, the COVID season, Duvall came to Fenway with Atlanta, had a 3 home run game, hit 4 home runs in 3 games in that series. Nothing to hit yet here. 3-0.
Maybe a little delay here.
(27-year-old right-hander deals a strike. He just spent some time with Kevin Youkilis on Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, it was great to get to know him and watch him pitch.
Uke was the hitting coach. Slap foul.
Needs some new lumber right there. Yeah, good guy, just hard worker, competitor. Great story too. You know, both parents from Israel. He grew up in Stockton, not far from where we are doing a little bit of an expansion project in my business. So got to talk to him a little bit about the area. So it was kind of fun.
Here's 3-2. High twisting fly deep to center field. Mullins on his horse to the track. Leaps in. Can't get it. Duvall to second. Turning. Here's the throw. And it's way up the line, and he's got a triple. And he hit that one a ton.
Yeah, Duvall's going to learn real quick as a pull hitter that, hey, knock it off. Do not try to go to center field or right to center field. It is an absolute bomb out there. Off the garage door. But that's a pitch out in the outer corner that he takes that far. He is so strong. The pride of Louisville.
Here's Casas. We're going to put the Red Sox on the board here. And a strike. Drove in a couple of runs on opening day. That one right past Rutschman. Here's the play at home. He slides in safe. Duvall will score in a wild one. That'll make it 3-1 Baltimore.
Yeah, Kramer not coming out too hot here in the beginning. He spiked one that was about 84. It looked like it was a slider or something. But just totally misses his spot right there. And good bounce right there for Duvall to read it. A lot of running in that.
Yeah, that's what he's laughing about. Exactly.
Get some water in that guy.
Some oxygen. Cut and a miss by Casas.
Yeah, good cutter right there.
We say opening day was a long one by today's standards, 3:10. I think if not for the pitch clock, it would have been 4 hours. So it did work. 1-2 and struck him out. His first K today. 1 out in second.
Yeah, went back to that cutter again. Got a bad swing from Casas on the first one, and hey, go back to that pitch as a pitcher, make the hitter, make an adjustment. But this also has to do a little bit maybe with the shadows too. Hard to pick that up. So you need the shadows. We need those clouds to come in while the Sox are hitting. Then the sun out when they're pitching.
Arroyo 286 with 6 home runs last year. Had a 2-run double in the opener. Off the outside edge. Kramer lives in Israel a couple of months a year. Has dual USA Israeli citizenship. Grew up in California, as you mentioned. And a strike.
Yeah, when he's going good against righties, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to utilize that outside corner for the 2 pitches. Going to go with that sinker a little bit away. 4-seamer, cutter.
Is 2-2. Got him to go after that one. Curveball. Struck him out. 2 gone.
The Red Sox Foundation's 50-50 raffle is approaching $40,000. Buy tickets at redsox.com/5050 through the 6th inning of tomorrow's game. See official rules for full details.
Reese McGuire will check in.
I literally had deja vu on that. He struck him out on the same pitch with the same type of swing. Kramer versus Arroyo. Like literally the same. Was watching that video. Just doesn't pick up that curveball well against him.
Arroyo did have a parting word for Will Little. Red Sox are not on the same page with him at the moment, that's for sure. And I mean nobody. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's hit .337 for the Sox after the trade last year. The Red Sox realized that they were getting a very solid hitter But 337 was a bit eye-popping. Foul tipped, and that's going to be held by Rutschman for a strikeout. He fans 3 in the inning. Pre-game it was 9.5. Baltimore in a 3-1 lead here as we go to the third inning. Kevin Youkilis, Dave O'Brien, Jemai Webster. Purcell getting a second look at this part of the order. Mountcastle, Santander, and Hayes. Mountcastle and Hayes with home runs in the first. One of the best all-time outings for Chris Sale came against Baltimore May of 2019. 14 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody, 2 hits in 8 innings. But he topped that 5 days later against Colorado when he struck out 17 with 0 walks.
Good changeup right there. Mountcastle took that slider that just pretty much the only bad slider he's really thrown up there. Ooh. That right there is like when you feel like you're Swiss cheese. There's a little hole in you. Like, how does that not hit me?
95. Shot to center. Duvall there. Mountcastle good wood on it again, but for not this time. And 1 out in the third. Alex Spear, the Boston Globe, is going to join us next inning. Always great to see Alex and get his take on the ball club and baseball in general.
Yeah, always has good info, some good analytics. Tell you what, Mountcastle, man, that pitch was down. He's on it right now.
Santander 0 for 1 with a K. The switch hitter. He's the DH today. Changed up again. Last time we saw Chris Sale in spring training, he was throwing a lot of curveballs. And he was landing them too.
Yeah, trying to get that in the back of the hitter's head, maybe. Who knows?
I think so. Chris started the All-Star game, the American League, 3 consecutive years, 16, 17, and 18. High chop, deep short. Kike off the hand, and a base hit for Santander. Time now for a high-strength steel plates brought to you by New England Chevy dealers.
Yeah, this is back in the first inning, and Hayes absolutely crushes this fastball off the top, just to the right of that yellow line.
Eventually ruled a home run. So Mountcastle and Hayes both with shots. Pitch number 50 for Chris Sale.
He said, "You're gonna hit a home run off me. I'm gonna come inside hard. Get you to move your feet a little bit."
Hayes is now a career 4 for 12 off Chris Sale. 3 of those are home runs.
It's pretty impressive. Not an easy guy to go deep off of.
Santander with the lead.
Love that right there. Going back to that changeup. And this is where he wants it. Out of hand, looks like it's a good pitch to hit. Stays below the knees. I mean, he's got different looks on that too. That one just stayed to the glove side a little bit. Sometimes it just fades a little bit.
Little trickler. Devers just going to stick in his back pocket. So they've hit some bullets today. This time a dribbler finds home in the infield for a single. Back-to-back hits.
Yeah, frustrating back-to-back hitters right there. Santander just chopped it into the right spot in this one. A swinging bunt that nothing Raffy could do with it. Yeah, this is where you got to gain your composure. You got to make some good pitches and try to induce that double play to get out of the inning.
Here's the youngster Henderson, a strikeout victim in the first inning. 2 on, 1 out, and a ball inside. Usually when he's feeling good, in past years we've seen from Chris Sale, 75% strikes. Right now he's at 57%. Now a couple of times he's been at odds with the umpire, but 55 pitches, 32 strikes so far.
Yeah, you get that one call we thought, right? So it'd be at 60%.
And a 1-1.
Wow.
2-1.
He's called worse today.
Two one to Henderson. Late on that one. And all even up, 1 down, 2 on.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's a young player. You don't see too many lefties like this. So when you see that cross action, like, do I need to stay in here more? How long do I gotta wait for this slider?
Well, he was tempted. That'll fill it up. 3-2. Mateo on deck. Sale has walked 1 man thus far, and the 3-2 pitch to Gunnar Henderson. And he's walked another. And the bases are going to be loaded. A couple of infield hits and a ball 4.
Red Sox season tickets provides families, companies, and fans with the best Fenway Park has to offer. Choose from 5 unique plan types. Visit redsox.com/season tickets.
So Dave Bush out for a visit. No place to put Mateo. Red Sox just bounced back out a run on the triple by Duvall and a wild pitch to get him in. But Chris Sale has shown a couple signs of frustration here over the first 3 innings.
Yeah, I mean, you come out here, it's your first start of the year. You haven't pitched in a long time here in front of the fans. You really wanted to come out and impress them. A little frustrating, but right here, try to get that double play, and better be hard hit right at somebody because this guy's got some wheels.
That's strike 1 on Mateo. Mullins on deck. Santander at third. Hayes at second. Henderson at first. Ground ball to Kike. To Arroyo. And can't turn that. They do get the out there at second. As a run comes in to score. Santander touching home plate.
Yeah, and when you have speed, this is what happens on these types of plays. Kike gets a real quick feed to Arroyo, a little bit behind him, but you're just trying to go quick because the runner is quick. Yeah, and Arroyo right there just trying to launch it, but didn't have the ball in hand after exchanging it through. But I'll tell you what, that's why speed, like putting the ball in play, when you have speed, it's a big advantage. A lot of people talk about get the ball in the air, but when you got wheels like that, just make contact.
Mullins. Single and a walk for him. 4-1 Orioles. So the infield hits pay off. Mateo does get an RBI on that. He's now the runner at first. He's going to take off, and a slicer foul. And he had that one stolen.
And that was one thing that a lot of people down at the minor league level said was so many of the stolen bases are occurring because guys do not want to throw over a lot of times. They just want to go. They're just like, hey, we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go to the plate. So we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see over the first month how teams kind of play around with that. Do you go to the plate? Do you throw over?
Runner taken off again and safely down to second. They've already stolen 3 bases in the game. They had 5 opening day.
Yeah, just got the perfect pitch to run on too. All Reese McGuire can do is keep it in front of him to avoid the run scoring.
Fly ball to center. Duvall to the track. He's turning around now, and that ball's gone. It's another home run for the Orioles. Cedric Mullins with a 3-run home run. They've already got 3 bombs against Sale. Duvall turned around like he meant to play it off the wall. It carried right out of here. And it is 7-1.
Yeah, just a fastball that just stays up. And Mullins just great pass at that ball. Wow. Doesn't help with that wind going out to center, but man, he hit that good.
And this is one very quiet Fenway Park here on day 2 of the season. And McKenna comes up empty on that swing. All 3 home runs have been hit. Chris Sale up to 68 pitches. This is not the comeback he had in mind today. The 2-1 fouled away.
Man, tip your cap to the Orioles, though. Man, they are taking some good passes at some balls
from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, they're hitting mistakes, right? And that's the beauty of this game. Some days you get those mistakes, you don't capitalize on it. But the Orioles team, they are capitalizing on every mistake that's happened this game from Chris Sale.
Well, it was walks that bit the Sox in the opener. Today it's home runs. He's going to get hit by the pitch. McKenna struck by the pitch. He'll take his base. This one's ugly. Ugly early. At the moment, nobody warming up in the Red Sox bullpen. But now they're getting some activity out there.
Yeah, went to this slider and just, these are the ones that just gets around it. It's not a back foot, that's a back knee slider. That's going to leave a mark.
Zach Kelly getting up at the pen. Starting to work very quickly. 7-1 Baltimore. Here's Urias, top of the order. He has struck out 2 times. McKenna, the base runner. Sox fell behind opening day by a bunch. Had to chip away, chip away, chip away. Had a chance at the end. Wound up losing 10-9. Runner goes. Here's the throw down. And not going to get him. Another stolen base. This time McKenna.
Yeah, these stolen bases are not on Reese McGuire. These guys are getting really good jumps. Had that back easy. Good job by Christian Arroyo, though, to knock that ball down and not allow the runner to advance to third.
It's 4 stolen bases already for the Orioles. Change up and a wave and a miss. 1-2. Two down. Pitch number 74, and he struck him out. Side retired. Another home run, though. 7-1 Baltimore. Brought to you by Bigelow Tea, the official hot tea of the Red Sox. We're down 7-1. So second consecutive day, second consecutive game. Red Sox have fallen behind by a lot. Before Kike can even get an at bat. His first trip to the plate this afternoon. In search of his first hit of the year. And then it'll be Verdugo and Devers. Baltimore swinging away, taking advantage, and they have hit 3 over the fence. 1-2.
Yeah, that's the slider he's working on a little bit. Not a lot of that in the past, more of the curveball, but he's been working on a little bit of a slider. That was it right there.
He's got a lot of pitches in the bag.
But you know, he threw the good one there before. That one he spiked. He spiked a bunch of those sliders, so I don't know how much of a feel he has, you know, for that pitch. It's kind of a new pitch, just trying to see it out. But there's been 3 pitches he's thrown in the dirt, and then threw that good one to Kike before that one. Couldn't tell if that was a slider or the curve. Marked it as a curveball. Yeah, just got a kitchen sink here. Mainly the 4-seam though. He'll attack with the fastballs, but
3-2, and he walked him. Red Sox have their 3rd base runner today. Kike with a leadoff walk in the last half of the 3rd. Top of the order now, Verdugo 0 for 1. He's tapped to second. More baseball tomorrow afternoon at 1:35. Last game of this series, Tanner Houck against the left-hander Cole Irvin. And then the Pirates are here for 3. We'll have our first couple of night games Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday a day game, and then it's on to Detroit. Red Sox their first road trip of the young season.
Yeah, Kramer here just not feeling the off speed right there. Missed on that curveball bat again. As a hitter, this is where you have to be paying attention in the dugout. See what he's not throwing for strikes.
1-2. You've gotten comfortable in the booth very quickly. I think all of you guys have. What is it you look forward to every day up in the booth position when you come to work? What are you looking forward to seeing?
Fast games. Fast games equals less talking. Less story.
Less yapping.
Nah, I just love having a front row seat. It's awesome.
Heck of a seat too.
Oh, it's the best. Get up.
High deep drive right field. Verdugo jumped on it. Watch it go. A 2-run shot. Red Sox trying to hammer their way right back in this thing. Everybody's hitting it a ton. 419.
That was a bomb from Verdugo. And I'll tell you what, this guy is a special player. When he goes about it and gets after it, I'll tell you what. He's got a lot of ability to do a lot of great things. And it's his ability to stay left center a lot with that focus. But then he can turn on the ball with the best of them too. Got the cutter and just, man, barreled that baby up. As he's doing a little skip. I don't even know what you call that. We'll call that the doogie.
That was a blast.
Good shot right there. Good. I mean, he is just short and compact to that ball right there.
Came off the bat at 106. And brings up Rafi Devers. Base hit for him in the first inning.
Yeah, right there again. He's just not feeling that curve and that slider. Threw one good one to Kike, got the swing. But other than that, that's where as a hitting core, right, you got to go around and talk about this. Hey, let's jump on the heaters, look middle, make him work out there. Got a long ball game, down by 4, but who cares?
Well, it is early. Rafi with a massive swing. That Red Sox home run brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. Rafael with his 6th consecutive opening day start at third base. So he's getting up there. Wade Boggs had 10.
Wow. Let's see if he goes back to this heater again. Rafi missed twice, 96, 97.
Liner toward the alley. Way out there, scooped up by Hayes. He wants two. Here's the throw. He's going to dive in there. Got the foot back. Oh, no, he's out. He's out.
Man.
Cora does have the hand up. See if he winds up challenging this play.
I think he's out. Oh. He got stuck. Comes around the tag beautifully. Comes past the base. It just can't get that right hand back. Tries to go with the foot. He's going to be out.
Yeah, Red Sox will not challenge.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, the beautiful thing was this. Hey, got the first fastball by him, second fastball. You're not going to get three by me. Good piece of hitting. But right there, you got to, knowing the score there, too, might want to hold up. It has to be, you've got to be easily safe.
Turner with a high fly ball left field, racing for it. McKenna hanging for the wall. It's going to be off the wall. And Turner trots into second base with a double. That is a Fenway double. The Red Sox with consecutive hits now. Verdugo with the blast. Devers. And now Turner.
Yeah, got a little front door. I guess that's a slider. A little slurvish. Turner just using those hands just to throw it at it. Puts his head down right there. Good, hey, right there. Just puts his head down. If he hits the wall, I got to be on second base. I think the wind's blowing a little bit more than we think today.
I think you're right.
Because the ball Mullins hit, I did not think from the booth and just the flight of it. I was like, I don't know if that's getting out of here. It's hit well, but I think this ball, the ball is carrying.
Duvall looked like when he went to the warning track, I'm playing this off the wall.
Yeah,
it's coming back.
Or even I had it. I thought he had it easily. Yep. And then he had that little stutter, like, oh, that's over. That's over his head.
One of those days. Red Sox trying to take advantage of it, though.
Justin Turner's going to have a lot of hits off that monster like that. He backspins him with the best of them. Not a big power guy, but he'll get some homers off it. But backspun that. And that's what you do as a righty here. When you get that slider or slurve, don't try to kill it. Just try to reverse that spin, and it will take off.
Yoshida 0 for 1 with a ground at second. Got that first RBI with the Red Sox out of the way on opening day. Well, excited to have Will Middlebrooks and Lou Merlone, Tim Wakefield, Kevin Millar will come in on the spaceship several times this year. Join us as well. Enjoyed you guys last year as well, and Tony Maz too. Had great games with Tony. A lot of fun. You guys kept it going with a long season down on the field. 1-2 the count on Yoshida. Hit off that one to the triangle out there. That had some carry on it. Tagging up Turner. He is safely into third. It is carrying when it gets into that jet stream. So 2 down. And Duvall will be next.
Yeah, the one thing with Yoshida, it's his takes that really get me excited. He spits on a lot of pitches that look like strikes and are out of the zone. You know, which is just a great thing too, just to get out of that. You know, get the pitch count up a little bit, see a little more pitches. Right there, I mean, he just flicked that ball, and that ball went wild. I mean, it went a long ways.
Well, Duvall, if he squares it up, does not need the wind.
No. He's full grown.
Like that. Back it goes. Gone. And the Red Sox are right back in this baby. That makes it 7-5. Adam Duvall, his first home run as a member of the Red Sox in a ballpark that should serve his swing beautifully.
They learned real quick, hey, center field is not for me. I'm not going to hit homers there. So what am I going to do? Pull, baby. Great job. Same thing. Reverse that spin. The pride of Louisville taking it deep off the side.
414 feet. Red Sox with a pair in the inning. It is flying here today.
Yeah, right from the get-go, you saw that wind blowing out to center field, and anytime it's blowing out to center field here at Fenway, look out, pitchers.
Casas over one with a strikeout. 7-5 game. If you grew up coming to games at Fenway Park, you saw a lot of games just like this, where there were a ton of runs early, a lot of home runs early.
Yeah, you just never know. I mean, that's the beauty of this sport too. You're not playing against a clock. Well, I guess we are playing against a clock.
Now,
dang it. Lost that one. But no, a clock in the sense of it's out still.
And the 0-2. High twisting fly. That's deep.
Take it. Take it.
And that'll be caught on the warning track by McKenna. Felt like that one got knocked down. 7-5. Yeah, off the end. 2-run game. The lowest prices. Last thing he had in mind, Chris Sale, was 3 innings, 7 runs, 3 home runs, but the Red Sox are trying to get him off the hook. They have battled back to make it 7-5. Alex Spear, the Boston Globe, joining us. Always a treat to have you here, and he will be throughout the season, joining us in the booth. That got a little wild, just like opening day did.
This is a little bit unexpected in terms of just the kind of roller coaster nature of what we're seeing. What an unexpected turn of events for Chris Sale, especially.
Kelly coming on in relief, so real early, 4th inning, but already 12 runs up on the board. And if you swing for the fences, you might find it on a day like today. What are your thoughts on Chris Sale's performance? You were watching from the press box.
Startling to see it, because this is just the 4th time in his career that he's pitched 3 or fewer innings and allowed 7 or more runs. So you obviously don't expect that kind of outcome. And obviously the Orioles had some very healthy swings, much as they did in spring training when they faced him in Sarasota, and he had a clunker late in spring training. For the Red Sox, you're probably encouraged by the fact that there was 95, 97. Power on the fastball was really good. The changeup was actually a very good pitch for him at times. He just didn't seem to have feel for the slider. He was missing pretty badly, and so he had to take that out of his repertoire. So where he should have been attacking a Gunnar Henderson with the slider, he had to go fastball in that last inning. Ends up walking him to prolong the inning, and then that sets up the 3-run home run. So I don't know how you guys feel. I feel like this was just maybe too amped up, maybe a little bit of a difficult time commanding some of the pitches that require greater feel. But overall, in terms of pure stuff, there's things to be encouraged about.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that assessment right there, because what you're looking at is velocity. You're looking at spin. He threw some sliders that were just, I mean, they were like boomerangs he was throwing. Like they were the one that hit the Hayes. I mean, that just broke too much, right? So you're not worried about that. I think the more is what's going on with the Orioles and how they 2 times in a row.
Rutschman here already has a hit today.
This is the first time. This is the 4th time in Red Sox history that they have allowed 4 or more stolen bases in back-to-back games. The last time was when you were active, actually, back in the end of the 2010 season. And actually, you might have been injured at the time. But maybe they've never allowed 5 in back-to-back games.
Duvall in on this one.
Holy cow, we've got Rutschman out twice. Back to back.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Took a heck of a play to do it last time by Rafael Devers. 1 man gone here. You and I have spoken with many different partners over the course of many years about pitch timer and about speeding up games and about baseball's need to quicken its pace. Your thoughts after a game and a few innings?
So the first game was interesting, right? Because crazy scoring fest, 19 total runs, 300 whatever pitches.
That'll be a base hit up the middle by Mountcastle.
So I tried to find a comparable game that had those kinds of conditions, the number of in-game switches. There was one in 2017 between the Rockies and someone. It took 3 hours and 55 minutes instead of the 3:10 that we saw the other day. So it's achieving the intended effect. Less dead time, more time of actual baseball action. It's going to have a lot of adjustments that are occurring in season. Pitchers are still going to have to make sense of it, as we've seen both with the stolen base side of things and with the way in which they're preparing, with Chris Martin getting that automatic ball coming out as the first pitch of the inning, Rafael Devers getting rung up without actually getting to face a 2-strike pitch. But this is, I think, the flow that everyone is excited about that's been missing increasingly over the last 20 years or so.
Opening day obviously didn't feel terribly dramatic at 3 hours and 10 minutes, but as you say, that's a 4-hour game under the old rules.
Yeah, I mean, truly, you can take the apples to apples comparison, and there's a drastic difference in terms of the time of game. So the fact that people are still getting home in time for dinner is kind of promising.
Santander looking at a strike. He's gone 1 for 2 and an infield hit.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue that they're facing MLB, and they're getting a lot of probably backlash, a lot of calls about, is that 8-second from the hitter.
Right.
Especially with Rafi yesterday, where the pitcher was not on the rubber. That's the one that I don't understand.
Right. Who cares if the hitter is looking at the pitcher with 8 seconds left?
The guy is not on the rubber, so how could he even look at the pitch? It doesn't even matter, right?
If the batter's not prepared, let the pitcher throw the pitch, and everything is fine.
So that would be one, too. Like, would you think that Major League Baseball would say, hey, listen, if the pitcher is not on at 8 seconds, then therefore the hitter's, violations out the window?
You would wonder. You would certainly think so. I actually have heard some people kind of imagining scenarios.
On his horse, Duvall to the track again. He'll play that one off the wall in the triangle. Mountcastle rounding. Here's the throw home, not in time. Play at third. Might get him, and he is cut down. Santander raced at third. Another one just kept carrying and carrying out there to the triangle.
That's a great play by Reese McGuire to go get that. Kike came up firing to home after Duvall hits it and hits the cutoff man in. And Duvall is going to have some sore legs after this game. But look, right, he goes, gets it, and just plants into that ground and gets a strong throw. They might review this because he might be safe.
But it is a good reminder that Reese McGuire has a really good throwing arm, right? And he still hasn't been able to do anything about the running game, because that has been entirely on the pitchers and how.
There's zero chance. He's had zero chance. He's had to put it in his pocket how many times now?
I believe 7 of the 8, or
Baltimore
8 of the 9
challenging the out call at third base.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Challenge here, 8-5 Baltimore. Take another look.
He might be safe because look, he hits him on the. Does his right hand get in? Ooh. Ugh. This might get overturned.
You wonder if Rafi had held the tag on much as the tag was held on him, if eventually he might have gotten the out call there too.
Third base umpire Barksdale rung him up, but this may come back.
Right hand. Oh man, that's close. I was wondering if it's close and that hand's like above the bait. Do you have to go with the original call, or?
They have to call the letter of the rule once they start reviewing it. But I think that one of the things that they're hoping to do with this accelerated challenge time is to have fewer of those kind of pop off the base for a millisecond slides turn into outs this year.
This is a tough one here.
Taking a long look in New York.
They get 2 minutes, right? Has to be decided within 2 minutes.
That's the idea.
I thought it was. I've read a lot of rules.
Feels like longer than that.
And I only know is that 8-second thing was not in the original rules coming into spring training. They had to tell us.
After review, the call on the field stands.
Yeah,
the runner is out. Baltimore will lose their challenge.
Actually, Kevin, the 8 seconds was in as soon as they got to spring training, they were doing the demonstrations. MLB was running the demonstrations. The 8 seconds was immediately a part of it in the rules demonstrations that they were doing.
In the demonstrate, but we had these. They gave us these pamphlets.
Yeah.
Right, from Major League Baseball, and that was the only thing missing on it.
Oh, really?
And it was just ironic because it was the most called thing.
Absolutely.
8-6-2-5 on the putout, by the way, for out number 2. The play at third. 8-5 Baltimore. Austin Hayes has a good day going with a home run and an infield single. High fly ball left field. Yoshida to the wall, turning. Has to play it off the green. And Hayes is now a triple away from the cycle. as he rings up a double.
Yeah, these guys are hot right now. Wow. They are barreling up balls left and right. And Yoshida getting used to this wall. It's one thing you don't want to say is, hey, the positive is Yoshida is getting used to playing balls off the wall.
Yeah, a lot of action out there in left field. Yeah, you probably don't want him with his back turned to the plate too many times as he adjusts to Fenway Park. But you know, this is an interesting Orioles team, right? We've known for a while that they've had this building talent base of young players who have a chance to be really impactful up and down the lineup. Much like the Red Sox, I think that the view of them is a lot of offensive talent, pretty pitching deficient, and we're seeing that play out over the course of these couple of days. And that lack of balance in both rosters is why most forecasters viewed the Red Sox and the Orioles as being kind of in the second tier of the AL East, behind the Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays entering the year.
And why you have 10-9 and already 8-5. Baseball's all over the yard today. Henderson has struck out. He's also taken ball 4. The Orioles also with a highly ranked minor league system, so they didn't do very much at all over the winter.
Pretty disappointing, I think, for a lot of people around baseball that they didn't kind of build upon what they had done last year. I mean, if you think about it, even going back to last year's trade deadline, when they were in the hunt, mostly they sold at the deadline, right? They traded away Jorge Lopez and some other members, but they kept performing down the stretch with great young contributions. There was an expectation that they'd add to the rotation, but Kyle Gibson was their big add.
Mile high pop into left, Yoshida. And he's got it for route number 3. Alex, always a treat. Thanks so much, my friend.
Great to see you guys.
Thanks, Alex.
We'll hear from him again, too. Alex Spear, the Boston Globe, 8-5, Baltimore. Filter of the Boston Red Sox by Nissan. We make cars that thrill. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Plymouth Rock, the official auto and home insurance provider of the Boston Red Sox. We're within 3. The Orioles are also going to go to the bullpen real early. Mike Baumann coming on. Spent some time at the big league level last year. In 2022. He gets Arroyo, McGuire, and they kick Hernandez. It's 7, 8, 9. Good day to hit at Fenway. Arroyo struck out in second. And looks at the ball. And Winkowski now up in the bullpen for Boston. Tanner Houck to start tomorrow at 1:35 in the last game of the series. Good count for Christian. 3-1. Swinging away. Right field. Hayes with a hand up against the sun. Out number 1.
Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Boston Red Sox at MLBshop.com.
That'll bring up Reese McGuire 0 for 1 today. Giants lead the Yankees in the 4th inning 3-2. Fly down the left field line into the corner by McGuire, and that'll sail foul.
Baumann hard throwing. After around 97. The fastball, slider, curve, and change. Not a lot of change-ups, but every once in a while. But more of a control guy, more than command. Control meaning he'll throw it throughout the strike zone, but he doesn't have great command of where he's throwing it.
Another one on the all-flow team.
Oh yeah.
Along with the guy that he replaced, Dean Kramer. Orioles got a lot of those guys. They're going to dominate that team.
Yeah, no mullets though. Mullets are back in,
which is very, very sad. It's a sad commentary. Mullets are back in.
Really?
I grew up with them.
Yeah.
You know, back in the 80s.
They're great.
I think that's a severe overstatement.
Hey, you're listening to the guy that has no hair, and I really appreciate mullets. Got the party in the back, baby.
Party in the back.
Now the question will be, will rat tails come back?
I hope there's absolutely no way.
Oh man, those are
the rat tail.
Those are awesome.
Well, everything old is new again eventually. So you're probably right.
The pastel colors are coming back.
Sure. See some of those unis on opening day.
Yeah.
Ground ball diving play here by Mountcastle. He'll feed the pitcher. And McGuire's out at first, 2 gone.
I'll tell you what, Ryan Mountcastle is having a game.
Yes, he is.
He is locked in at the plate and making plays out in the field. Holy cow.
And along with that play, he's got a 2-run homer, a single, hit a wicked line drive that was caught for an out, so he is on it. 2 up, 2 down for Kike Hernandez. A walk and a run got the Red Sox going in that 3rd inning by taking ball 4. The Sox would score 4 times, get back in the game.
Just leave a heater on the inner half for Kike and go deep. Come on.
Ooh, you had the right idea. That was 98 though.
Yeah. Just got to relock into that 98.
Took a little off. That was 96, and it's 1-2.
Kike went with different shoes too today.
With the neons in the opener.
And a highlighter.
His closet is incredible.
A lot of swag.
Kike's shoe closet is the 8th wonder of the world.
I like that. Let's see if you can just go Yahtzee here on the heater.
Liner, will that settle down? A dive by McKenna to steal a hit. Outstanding play, Superman dive. Red Sox go 1, 2, 3, but nothing routine about this.
NESNBets.com is your one-stop shop for articles, analysis, and podcasts. For the latest odds and advice, your best bet is NESNBets.com. Back here at Fenway, 8-5 Baltimore here in the top of the 5th inning, and the Red Sox coaching staff trying to do their best to get a victory. But after this one, guys, all eyes will be on the NCAA tournament. 3 of the Final 4 teams represented by the universities attended by some of the Red Sox coaches. Alex Cora, of course, the University of Miami, hitting coach Pete Fatse, UConn Husky, and assistant hitting coach Ben Rosenthal, the San Diego State Aztecs. Their first time in the Final 4. There's been a little bit of trash talk amongst the coaches, and mainly that's been coming from Fatse, is what I'm told from Alex Cora. He says he's going to wait to do his talking if they make it to the championship on Monday, but each guy trying to push their team to Monday's championship. There'd at least be 1, but they're hoping for 2, so each team maybe can get their one shining moment, Dave.
Oh, good use of one shining moment. Jemai, thank you very much. Alex Cora really into that Canes team. Been following them very, very closely.
Yeah, listen, Pete Fatse, the reason he's talking smack is because talking smack was originated in the Northeast. I mean, this is the home of like smack talk.
Right. Larry Bird played here. A comebacker.
It's not walking through this building either.
Mateo, a quick out. Winkowski, his second appearance. He also worked an inning on opening day.
Yeah, this is a really good opportunity too for Winkowski to show what he can do out of the bullpen. I said it last year when I'm just evaluating as a hitter and just seeing the way he commands the ball. I really like him in the bullpen.
Mullins also had a very good day. A home run, 3-run shot, also a single. He's stolen a base and scored another run. They're batting him 8th today. He had a great season a couple of years ago. Tailed off a little bit last year, but looking quite motivated. Good player. Cutter.
Back-to-back cutters right there. Now you got options. Get ahead, utilize those 2 pitches, and now, yeah, sometimes you want to go back to it the 3rd time. But hey, make an adjustment. Got to get it in though.
Broke the bat, popped into right. Verdugo right there. 2 down. T-Mobile customers get free MLB TV. Redeem now through April the 3rd at T-Mobile.com/MLB.
It's got to be the best sound for a pitcher when they hear that just crack bat.
As long as it's an out, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's also the greatest sound for a hitter when it goes down a hero with a knock.
You can't help but smile, right?
Oh,
can't suppress it.
Loved it. The only problem is if that was the bat that you felt really good with for a couple weeks. Then it breaks. You're like, oh, love that one.
Timeout here. Did you hang on to a bat for a long time, like when you were cooking?
Yeah.
You had a lot of long stretches where you hit the ball hard. You held on to the bat for a long time.
Yeah, you didn't break a lot, but man, if you snap them, you're just hoping it's over the shortstop, second baseman's head, where it just bleeds over that outreach of the glove.
Have a ceremony for it later.
Yeah, that's what Tito always said when you were going bad, though. It's like, hey, just get beat, try to hit a soft liner over the second baseman's head as a righty, lefty, shortstop.
Going the other way. Arroyo can't get to it. And that'll be a base hit for McKenna. He's on with 2 down.
McKenna doing a good job going the other way, but that got beat a little bit on it. Just out. Man, close one there from Arroyo. See if it hits that. Nope. Thought maybe it hit that lip of that grass.
So 2-out single, top of the order now, and Urias, who has struck out 3 times. Now his teammates have been hitting the ball all over the ballpark, but he's been doing a lot of that.
Yeah, he was excited to see anyone but Chris Sale. He was the one guy in the lineup that said, no, I do not want to face this guy. Everyone else was like, give me the bat. I'm feeling good today against him.
Sale going 3, charged with 7 runs on 7 hits, 3 home runs. And fouled away, and of course he's down 0-2. He feels like that's the way his day's going. He gets in the box and it's 0-2.
It's been rough too.
Well, it turned into a beautiful day, and completely unexpected when you saw the forecast like a week ago, or even 5 days ago, 4 days ago. And man, it's turned into a pretty one. Very rainy earlier this morning. Overcast, kind of chilly. But now this.
It's good to have the window open.
Sure is. Let the ballpark in. 2 down.
Yeah, good job. That slider. Wow, man, he just missed that slider too. Wink left it a little bit over, and then good job there getting it out of the strike zone, trying to get a bad swing.
Well, he threw the ball great in Florida. He had a 1.13 ERA in the Grapefruit League. He was in the fight for that last spot in the rotation. Swing and a miss. Urias fans for the 4th time, and that is all 1 left. Modernization without disruption. Audi. Visit your New England Audi dealer today. And by Window World of Boston, the official replacement window sponsor of the Boston Red Sox on Nesson. 8-5 Baltimore at the midway point. Last half of the 5th inning coming your way. Colon coming out of the bullpen. The left-hander taking on 1-2-3. Verdugo, Devers, and Turner. Last season with Minnesota, not a lot of appearances, but threw the ball well. And he becomes their 3rd pitcher today. Verdugo with a blast in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, got a cutter. inner half and got short to that thing, pulled those hands in and crushed it. Cutters are dangerous pitches when finding barrels.
Oh, 2 dropped in there for strike 3. Frozen. With that pretty good breaking ball. Kind of admiring it. Now number 1. Raffy next.
Yeah, just frozen there at the top of the zone with that curve.
What an interesting day Raffy's already had. Offensively and defensively. With the bat, he's 2 for 2, but was thrown out trying to make a single a double. He's had a couple of plays at third, which were bang bang plays. And he's also made a terrific charging play, a little dribbler, and got the out. Nice pick over there by Casas too. He's had a really interesting afternoon.
Yeah, it's been in 2 replays. Well, yeah, no, actually the 1 second was not a challenge. Definitely not a challenge on that one. But the 1 third with the tag. Made the great play on that. I mean, he's made that great play on Rutschman. Finally got him out.
Just took a timeout there. Lunging, little flare. McKenna there. 2 up, 2 down.
I mean, that's just amazing how he even hits that ball, and the fact that he can hit it that far off the bat. The way he swung at it looked like it was just going to be a little bleeder over third. That ball just kept carrying.
He's now 2 for 3. Here's Turner now. Justin with a double off the wall, scored a run in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Base is empty. 8-5 Orioles. This one settled down a little bit over the last inning and a half. Tampa Bay up 10-1 on Detroit in the 5th. Rays tend to start quick. He held up. They did appeal. Justin Turner actually made his major league debut at Fenway in 2009 as a member of the Orioles. Oh, he's going to get drilled. And whenever he does, you think back to what happened in spring training. He got drilled in the face. This one nowhere near, but he's on again.
Yeah, hopefully that pine tar from the bat on his back stuck it a little bit. Yeah, went with a little cutter. Forcing, I can't even tell what that is. Ooh, not a fun spot there on the back of the tricep / shoulder.
Holt, the pitching coach, out there for a mound visit for the Orioles.
I think Turner's the only guy in baseball that has that big of a pine tar spot on the back from his follow through.
That's the size of Rhode Island.
Looks like he got ran over by a car.
It does.
Not that I've seen a mark from somebody being run over by a car, but this be a good time for number 1 here. A little tough of a matchup, but
you're thinking that first home run for Yoshida. Moss has grounded out to second, flied out to center.
It's gonna be interesting to see his pop to left field here at Fenway Park. We've seen it. I've seen just from the initial swings when he got when he signed, not drafted, but it's been pretty impressive. He generates a lot of thump for a guy that's 5'8".
He's hit as many as 29 home runs in Japan in a season. 21 each of the last 2 years. Count 3-0. You know, he came into camp. A lot of people were writing, well, here's your leadoff man for the Boston Red Sox. When he powered his way through the WBC with Japan, he came out the other end as a cleanup hitter for the Red Sox. He'll take a strike. You're digging his 3-1 swing.
Oh yeah, watch this. If this is anywhere near the plate, he's jumping out of his shoes.
Two down. He did.
Gotta love it though. He as a hitter, he knows what he's doing. He has good command of the strike zone. So when you get to the 3-1 counts, that is the time that you can actually go to that where you're saying, hey, I'm going to take a big clean cut at this, and then get back into it at the 3-2.
Turner running, rolled over on that one gently to Mountcastle, and that's it. Red Sox strand one. We're trying to take the first two games of this opening 3-game series, which will wrap up tomorrow. Rutschman's been a big reason they have the upper hand. He has 6 hits in the series. He had a base hit and run scored in first inning after 5 for 5 on opening day with a homer. He'll crack that one to Arroyo right at him. Now fast out. Adam, is that you way out in the sunshine in right field?
It is. I can't see a thing. It's beautiful out here, though, and we're looking forward to the post-game show outside the Wasabi Fenway studio coming up on WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Who but WB Mason celebrating 125 years. We'll break down Chris Sale's start, and we will talk about the offense, and there's been plenty of that over the last couple of games, guys.
Sure has been. Mountcastle right in the thick of it in this one with a 2-run homer and a single. He has scored 2 runs.
Yeah, he's feeling really good in the box. 3 good at bats. Try to get him some weak contact finally.
Got him to go with the slider. 1-1. He drove in 85 runs last year. Mountcastle did, hitting 22 home runs. Big part of their offense. 95 with low. Orioles going 83 and 79 last year. Nobody predicted that. Brandon Hyde did a great job, new skipper, all summer long. Even when they were dealing away players at the deadline, they looked like a team that was selling for all it was worth, but they hung in there.
Yeah, good season. Good guy there too. I mean, dealing with the first couple of years as a manager was not easy for him. Being a buddy of mine and talking to him, there was a lot of tough conversations of, wow, it's like, man, hopefully we just get better and better each year. This is rough.
3-1. He's got Freddie Gonzalez in his dugout these days as his bench coach. Good move there.
Seen a lot of baseball games, Freddie. I would say that's the best thing you do is have wisdom by your side as a manager.
Yep, another great guy. Former manager. It's a real plus when you get a guy who's done the job before right next to you.
Yeah, because the big thing is this. There's crazy things that happen in the game. We talk about it all the time. You come to a baseball game. I love this game because of it. There's something new you see. And that's what you need is a manager that might have saw a play back 25 years ago. That he could go out there and the manager can say, hey, listen, I don't think that call's right. I think this is what it is because I saw, just basically I saw that play 20 years ago.
Sure.
It's also one of the things too I was thinking about when you base run. You might work on something. You might not see it for 2 months and then all of a sudden it pops up.
3-2. Well, buried that one.
Finally.
Struck him out. Mountcastle makes an out.
Yeah, I think this was the slider, but he's also been throwing a cutter, a lot more effectively with the cutter. That might have been the cutter too.
So how do you ID? I mean, a slider and a cutter, the action.
It's the spin.
It's the spin.
You see a little bit more of the spin on the slider.
Bounder foul off the bat of Santander. He's 2 for 3.
You see more of the circle, the small, really tight circle of the seams. On the slider, the cutter, you don't pick up as much, but you see it a little bit.
So you can identify that. Mariano, thank you.
Mariano.
You can identify that out of the hand.
The sliders you can. Like when you're going good, yeah, and then sometimes you just don't pick it up, and that's where you get some bad swings.
Rattle to Arroyo. Nice quick inning. 1, 2, 3.
Cutter and just flicks it out of the ballpark. That's how strong Adam Duvall is.
He's also added a triple today. So 2 for 2. He has scored 2 runs. Austin Voth coming out of the bullpen. Right-hander who pitched for Washington and Baltimore last year, 434 earned run average. And inside a ball, Duvall, Casas, Arroyo in the 6th. Red Sox bounce back from a 7-1 deficit. Got 4 runs in the 3rd. That's when he belted that home run. A couple of years ago with Atlanta, he hit 38 of them. Seems to like Fenway a lot. 2-1. And a breaking ball inside. Good take. Counts all his way. 3-1.
Yeah, that's the second front door curveball he's seen. Let's see if he jump ship here on this 3-1.
Heater for a strike.
Yeah, just painted down and in right there. I think the ball thought that ball was going to move in a little bit. Almost had a little bit of cut to it.
Payoff pitch and a pop up. Out goes Mateo. Mullins coming in. McKenna's there. He's got it.
Tomorrow on an all-new episode of Charlie Moore Outdoors, Charlie takes a birthday trip to the lake in search of largemouth bass. Catch a new episode tomorrow night at 5:30 on NESN.
Tristan today 0 for 2. He has struck out and flied out. Baltimore ahead 11-6 in hits. Big strong guy at 6'5", 244 pounds.
He's been consistent with that curveball to that spot. Just leaving it out arm side. Back dooring it to lefties and front dooring it to righties.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. Down. Fascinating how he talks his way through every pitch. Down, outside.
Yeah, and both four-seamer too will play up a little bit.
Yep.
So when he throws that fastball at the top of the zone, you got to really get on top of this thing.
I'll tell you when it's high. In there for a strike. Tristan fluent in Spanish. His grandparents came from Cuba in the 1960s. And a 3-1. And he takes ball 4, which the Red Sox expect him to do frequently. CVS Health is a leading healthcare solutions company and a trusted partner for every meaningful moment of health. Learn more at cvs.com/health. Arroyo trying to get something going. Christian's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout, fly out. Drove in a couple on opening day. Rolled that one foul for strike 1. A lot of energy, a lot of positive energy comes off Arroyo. Got a big hole on the right side. 0-2.
Just beat him with that heater. Getting a little jumpy on those curveballs. Kind of just in between those swings right there. Make that adjustment. Try to get back on track.
Casas with the lead. Bounced it up there, but no advance. Rutschman technically so good back there. Way ahead of his years.
Good job by Arroyo standing his ground there, though, too. Rutschman kind of knocked into it a little bit, and that's what you're supposed to do as a catcher. You're supposed to knock the hitter back out to go get the ball. But as a hitter, when you retreat out of that box, you're allowing that catcher, in case the runner goes, to make a play on it.
Breaking ball, and he struck him out. 2 away.
Yeah, both went back to that curveball, and just a little bit out in front of that. You can always tell with the helmet how guys are out in front or whatever, because that helmet just shakes a little bit. When you're on it, that helmet doesn't move.
McGuire looking for that first hit. He had struck out and grounded out. Mets leading Miami 4-2 in the 6th inning. Mets are going to be fascinating to watch all year. With all the money they spent. Man, did they spend it. The Marlins playing in throwback uniforms on opening day from the days when they were the Florida Marlins. Time granted.
It's a Reese.
One on, 2 out, 2 strikes. Rattle foul. He hangs in there. Cardinals beat Toronto today 4-1. So the Blue Jays are now 1-1. The favorite of many. 0-2 is outside.
It's a bird fight.
Full-fledged. Cardinals and the Blue Jays. Milwaukee beat the Cubs 3-1. Two down. A little lunging topper here. Here comes Arias. He'll throw. A nice play to get him at first base to retire the side. Bullpen, the right-hander John Schreiber, who is the Red Sox 2022 Fireman Award from the Boston Baseball Writers, goes to the top relief pitcher. Felt like it came out of nowhere for him to post a .222 ERA, and for most of the summer he was by far the most reliable reliever for Alex Cora.
He was fun to watch last year. Just his mannerism stuff too, and how he took the ball, and let's hope he can continue that here in 2023.
Well, trying to get this guy out for the first time today. Red Sox have been unable to retire Austin Hayes, who has homered, singled, and doubled. You know that triple is floating around in his head.
Oh yeah, he knows.
He is 2 for 4 against Schreiber in his career.
This is one of the better ballparks. If you need a triple, there's a couple ways you can get him. Got the 420 there in the triangle. You got the right field foul line. Then who knows when you hit it off that wall what can happen.
And he has a 3-1 pitch to him right here. Timeout. Sunshine is gone on the diamond. 3-1. He cranks that one. That's into the gap. He's got another hit. Kind of dies on the track. Duvall will dig it. No triple here, but another hit for Austin Hayes, his fourth. He's 4 for 4.
He is locked in with no batting gloves on. He doesn't care what temperature it is. Gets a fastball inner half. And that is just what you want to do with a fastball right on right in that direction. You are living good when you're going to left center field like that.
He was hoping for some quirky bounce there, but he'll take another double. 2 doubles, a single, and a home run. That's 12 hits now for the Orioles. Here's Henderson. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run.
Barring something wild, he'd also give himself another at bat.
Yep, we were in the 7th. Red Sox have been forced to go pretty deep into the bullpen. 3 innings out of Chris Sale today. Certainly not what Chris had in mind.
Whoa.
Somebody went after a souvenir up there.
Went about 3 rows.
Yeah.
Over seats.
Paid a dear price.
Listen, I'll give you a ball. Don't do that again. Holy cow.
Got a bag full of them over here. I'll give you one.
Yeah, fans. Yeah.
Signed and everything.
When you're in the upper deck, do not go for a ball 3 rows over.
Come see Uke.
Yeah, I got you.
Knock on the door.
We don't need you dying out here for a ball.
Hey, Uke, I took your advice. I stayed seated. Everyone was safe. How about the ball?
I got 30,000 baseballs. I got to go. We're in trouble.
Let's go sign him. He's signing for days. Schreiber falling behind here. Here's the 3-1. And then walked him. So not a great start for John here. Double, a walk, brings up Mateo.
Tomorrow at 12:30, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Rodenheiser Home Services. We will preview the pitching matchup between Cole Irvin and Tanner Houck.
Another mound visit here by Dave Bush. He was out there a lot opening day too. 8-5 the Orioles. One more left between these two. Pirates come in next, and the Red Sox go to Detroit and Tampa Bay. Then the Angels are in town on Friday the 14th. A 3-game series. I should say 4-game series actually, because that does include Patriots Day. 4-game series there between the Sox and the Angels of Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, that meeting by Bush was for a couple reasons. 1, to get the bullpen rolling with Richard Blyer. 2, the bunt defense.
Showing bunt. Mateo.
Yeah, right here, Casas charging when he saw Mateo offer. And sometimes you tell a guy too, hey, throw a ball at the first pitch, see what he does.
2-0.
Now to me, it's going to get away from that slider. Just go to that 4-seam. A lot easier to bunt off speed and breaking balls than it is the heaters up.
Not letting them bunt it. 3-0.
That's why that second one I didn't like the second slider as much. The first one's okay because you're seeing if he's offering, maybe get something crazy, maybe fouls it off, but go back to that 4-seam up. Try to get him to pop it up.
Hayes and Henderson get their leads. The 3-0. Taking all the way a strike.
Yeah, they're sticking with the bunt defense too. Every once in a while you might change it up, but the 3-1 too. Not easy. You don't know if he's going to bunt here or swing.
Fly it into center field, hanging up for Duvall. Runners will stay put.
That's a huge break right there.
That is out number 1. And next in will be Mullins, who's also had a very good day with the bat. 3-run homer, a single, another stolen base for him. Orioles have been running a lot and very successfully in this series. Play on a no throw by Schreiber.
Little daylight right there. Kike creeping in behind, showing the glove.
One man out and the pitch. Through there for a strike. Off speed pitch.
You've seen a lot of that today when they needed a ground ball going to the changeup, trying to get guys to roll over something.
Bounding ball. Kike got one there. Arroyo got him. Red Sox turning 2. On a bang bang play, the hand is up. And players coming off the diamond, so no challenge there. Twin Killing retires the side. Back here for the last half of the 7th inning. Red Sox trail by 3 as Kike Hernandez takes a strike. Really interesting watching Alex Cora put a hand up when his team turned the double play. So he's not challenging anything, not even thinking about it. His team's out of the inning. Big play.
Get out.
Here's a high fly ball deep left. Yes, sir. It's gone. Kike. Red Sox score again. A 2-run ball game. Well, you've been nudging him all day to do exactly that, and he delivered.
You know, I thought it was in that last at bat. I thought he was going to get one of those fastballs to take. He said, I don't want to see a fastball. I want to see a hanger. Take that breaking ball and put it over the monster. Good choice of shoes. Those highlight shoes were terrible. Stick with those. There's no highlight reels in the highlighter shoes.
I still like him. 8-6. Baltimore. Jemai, thank you very much. Red Sox on the board again. 8-6 here in the 7th inning. Santo Perez, very tough pitcher last year for these guys. 66 appearances, a 140 earned run average, a 7-1 record. And throws in the upper 90s.
Yeah, he's got one of those four-seamers that plays up, so you got to get on top of it, but follow with that slider that's pretty nasty.
Verdugo, a little tapper. One man out. And now it's Rafi Devers. Pretty good duel here between these two. About to unfold.
Yeah, let's see if he goes up in the zone with that fastball. You know, stick with that 40. You know, Rafi made a great job, or did a great job in the last at bat. There it is.
Gonna line that one down in the corner, and a fair ball all into the wall. That'll be his 3rd hit. And he's into second base with a double. The Red Sox doing what they did on opening day, falling behind by a bunch, and then here they come.
Yeah, he made that adjustment in his last at bat. Was getting beat by heaters, then got on top of it. This one just staying through it and getting that barrel on the top half of the ball. Man, he is so fun to watch hit. Ball is all over the field after he hits it too. It's unbelievable.
Just don't know where you're supposed to pitch him.
Foul pole to foul pole. I mean, he hits bad pitches.
Justin Turner looking to pick him up. Looks at a strike. Justin today 1 for 2 with a double, and he has scored a run. Crowd coming to life for the first time in a while. Turner representing the tying run in the batter's box in the last of the 7th.
Wow, that was close. Good take.
Devers at second, 1 out. And a strike. 98. Both teams deep into the bullpens.
Yeah, Perez is not a big guy either. Just 6 foot. Brings it.
Fouled off. Again, 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's the foul ball you like to, you know, as a hitter, you're feeling confident in that foul ball for many different reasons, because when you're facing a guy that has a nasty slider, you want to be able to stay back a little bit longer. I mean, it's 98. You don't have much time to stay back. But that's what you want to be able to do, is foul it over the first base dugout as a right-handed hitter to stay back just enough for that slider.
Base hit into left. Devers to third and puts on the brakes. Turner has his second hit. First and third with 1 out.
Yeah, a lot of people say, you know, it doesn't matter what you do with runners in scoring position. It's just a byproduct. Whatever. No, this guy can hit with runners in scoring position. Above 300 average, but just a good piece of hitting right there. Great read by Raffy too. He read that right off the bat, where he knew that was going to be over the shortstop's head to give himself a chance to be stopped at third base.
Masa Yoshida without a hit today. He's grounded to second, fly to center, grounded to first.
Yeah, gotten around a couple sliders here. Maybe he can just stay through one, hit one off the wall.
A lot of fans starting to get on their feet. Checked and a strike. Think of those guys around 6 feet. Billy Wagner. Ron Guidry. Guys who could gas you. Kimbrel. 0-1. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, just good fastball located down.
Struck him out. Slider to put him away.
Yeah, Perez right here just making his pitches when he needs to. Out of hand, just did not see that well. You see that nasty bite. Sometimes you get more of a sweep on that pitch. Didn't stay up at all. It has bite on it too, with a good horizontal movement away from a lefty.
Duvall now triple and a 2-run homer. First and third, 2 away.
This is the guy you want up to bat in these situations. When you're down by 2 and 2 runners on, he's got the pop where he can put you ahead.
He's already launched one today, and he'll foul that one off himself. 1 ball, 1 strike. He has 3 RBIs in his first 2 Red Sox games.
I think that ball got a little bit above that pad too. It's nothing worse when you have that pad and it just didn't have enough. Didn't go up high enough. Oh yeah. Wow. It's a game of inches in many ways.
Sometimes a game of pain.
That is bad. It's one thing players don't miss when they retire. That.
High fly, right field.
Pesky.
Hayes to the corner. That one is going to drop on the warning track and take a bounce. And Turner, who looked for all the world like he was about to come on in to score, has to go back to third. It's a double, and this is a 1-run game. That was crazy.
That was wild. I mean, this ball looked like it was going for the pesky pole, but the wind is blowing straight out to center field. It pushes it back, which is a very tough read because that wall's crazy. And look, he's in a haze out there. He's like, I don't even know where this ball is. It looks like it's over the wall. And as a right fielder there, it's almost impossible to play that ball. Because you're thinking you're going to the spot, and all of a sudden the wind takes it back with that wall being at that angle. Not easy.
Here's Casas. 0 for 2 with a walk. Second and third now. 8-7 Baltimore.
I'll tell you, this is where Adley Rutschman comes into play a lot, because with his blocking ability, a pitcher feels comfortable throwing a nasty slider to a guy like Casas. This is where you also want a ball to get away from Rutschman. One of the few he lets go.
0-1. Fouled off the umpire. Got the foot of Barksdale. He got a hot foot. 0-2.
Just a good heater with movement down and in, and wow. Hopefully he has some padding on that. It's got to be a home plate umpire shoe. Steel toe boots. He's going to need a little time after that one.
You know you're going to get a strike from this lefty. He's thrown 17 pitches, 14 strikes.
Right here, this is where you got to stay within yourself. Read, you know, be ready for the 98, but you got to read that slider because it's got so much bite.
Red Sox have closed the gap to 1. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. And he struck him out. 97 miles an hour. Red Sox do get a couple of runs. It's 8-7 Baltimore. Pedro Martinez made his Red Sox debut against the A's. He went 7, 3 hits, no runs. He struck out 11. Keep all your bases covered with Amica Insurance. Empathy is our best policy. And after this game, we're going to be airing a cut-down version of his scintillating 11 strikeout performance. And there was a 43-year-old Red Sox reliever who came on in the 8th inning of that game by the name of Dennis Eckersley. Flash Gordon got the save. That was on channel 68 with Sean McDonough and Jerry Remy on the call. It's going to be after this one. Look forward to that. Try and squeeze that in as we get a look at the Final Four as well. A lot going on tonight. Red Sox are trying to rally. Just got a couple. It's 8-7 Baltimore as we go to the 8th inning. And a lanky right-hander Martin coming out of the Red Sox bullpen.
Mr. Brightside. Look at the fans.
McKenna has been hit by a pitch and singled today. Baltimore with 12 hits. Sox have 10. It's had a lot of that opening day feel. Red Sox would like a different result. Kike takes a nice high hop. 1 out. And that's how the 8th inning gets started. And Ramon Urias will be next. And he has had one tough day. He has struck out all 4 times.
Yeah, he had the golden sombrero in 5 innings. I don't know what the next one is. It's 5.
A long session in the video room. Figure out why he struck out 5 times. Guy's a good player.
Yeah.
16 home runs last year. But he's had a tough one.
Wow, the platinum sombrero in my ear.
Platinum
Thank
sombrero.
You, Bridget.
Yep.
Platinum sombrero. Oh.
And guess what? Of course, it's 0-2.
There is nothing happier when you actually make contact. Like, you don't even care if you get out at this point.
You care if you strike out.
You care if you strike out because everyone knows.
Got to be grinding that bat handle into sawdust.
Oh yeah, you're like short stroke, short stroke.
And Martin's 0-2. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the 5th time today, and many in the crowd looking up on that scoreboard. They're following along. 5 Ks for Urias today.
Yes. That's one way to go platinum. It's not the one way you want to go platinum.
That was a nasty pitch.
Mama said there'll be days like this. The good thing about baseball is tomorrow's another day.
Here's Rutschman. Lifting this one on the move, Yoshida, and he'll run that down. Martin with a 1-2-3. Red Sox coming up, down a run.
Games, highlights, on-demand shows, and more. Download the NESN 360 app and log in with your TV provider to start streaming now. And just a quick update, guys, on Garrett Whitlock and Brian Bale. Both began the year on the 15-day IL. Alex Cora told us this afternoon that they remain on track, continue to get better. Whitlock opened the Woo Sox season going 4 innings, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, a run, 75 pitches, 50 of those for strikes. He's in line next to start Portland's opening day on Thursday. Brian Bale will pitch the very next day, also at Portland, and those guys will be here before we know it, guys.
Both of those guys could be huge in the Red Sox season. Red Sox season, it starts out needing consistent pitching. The offense has been just fine. Here's Tapia batting for Arroyo. And here's Gillespie out of their bullpen. 3.12 ERA a season ago. The right-hander, Tapia, McGuire, and then Kike Hernandez, who belted a home run his last time up. Red Sox have made it a 1-run game late. They were down 7-1 today. Gonna stroke that one to the shortstop. Mateo staying down, one gone. Red Sox have their closer up in the bullpen. Kenley Jansen getting ready.
The catcher, number 3, Reese McGuire.
Brings up McGuire, hitless today. A strikeout, a ground out, another ground out, 0 for 3. Had some high scoring games today. Tampa Bay's got 12 so far against Detroit near the 8th inning. Another ground ball at the shortstop. Mateo up and over. 2 up, 2 down.
Tomorrow at 1, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Plymouth Rock. We will preview the series finale against the Orioles. Plymouth Rock, the official auto and home insurance provider of the Boston Red Sox.
Kike walloped a home run over the monster in the 7th. His first of the year. He's also walked and scored. Angels pounced on Oakland 13-1. That's a final. Texas got 13 runs against the Phillies. Some high scoring games today. Man, the righty's 0-1. Slicer foul. Look back at that blast in the 7th.
Yeah, just got a hanging breaking ball and just did a great job of just staying balanced and flicking that thing out of the ballpark.
One, 2 from Gillespie.
Oh, got him.
Yeah, it did.
No way they're going to come. No. I got him.
He will take his base.
Rutschman immediately thought he might have swung.
Heard that tick, immediately.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a swing.
Well, Hyde, the manager for the Orioles, is out. And now consulting with the umpires about this.
So you can't review a check swing.
And they lost their challenge anyway.
So maybe he's thinking to hit the bat.
Got a crew chief review on a call on the field of a hit batter.
So you can ask the crew chief to take a look. That obviously not apply to the Orioles because they've lost theirs.
Oh, yeah, didn't hit him.
Funny thing is, you heard it.
You heard it, yeah.
Umpires will react on that too.
See right there, Rutschman immediately thinks he swings at it, like he offers at it.
Listen in. Do you hear that?
Yeah, something. Maybe a nip at the top of his finger. You definitely heard something.
The call on the field is a hit batsman, so they've got to find visual evidence here to overturn it. If they don't see it, it'll stay a hit batsman.
After review, the call on the field stands.
Oh yeah, I
The
think
batter was hit by the pitch.
maybe.
Awarded first base.
At top. Not a good angle on that.
I don't think they had evidence to overturn it either.
Kike went with his right hand at the top of that knuckle, which makes sense. So, got to believe him right there.
So, Red Sox have a base runner. Verdugo set to hit. And here comes the Oriole manager. This one's coming right down to the end. And he'll bring on a lefty. Aiken coming on. We'll take the break. 2 down, a man on.
Cutter does a little bit of the doogie down there. Man, that was a bomb. Bomb for Drew. Be a good time to repeat that.
He's off to a pretty good start. He tripled to open the top of the first on opening day, added another hit in that game, and now a blast here today. Keegan Aiken, left-hander with a .320 earned run average, pretty darn solid last year. There are 2 out and a strike. Verdugo has handled this guy pretty well. He's 6 for 14 off him.
I like that when he's trying to tell himself, stay through this thing. You know, the last at bat did not have that approach. Got a little antsy.
Flying to center field, not deep. Mullen still coming. Cummins as he has it and puts it away. So that's all for the Red Sox here in the 8 still 8-7. The Orioles. 8-7 Baltimore. Couple of changes. Tapia takes over in right. Yu Chang is the new second baseman. And the closer is on, Kenley Jansen. Even though the Red Sox are down by around 391 career saves for Kenley, 8th most in Major League history. And he has gone from like the slowest worker with the timer now to one of the fastest. He has been remarkably quick. Mountcastle will float that one into foul territory. On the day, he has homered and singled. He's 2 for 4.
And one thing to watch them too, though, he changes up his variations of how he comes home too. Sometimes he'll go a little quicker, sometimes he'll hang a little longer. I think that's good since he's from the stretch, right? He can do that. The windup is the thing where they're negating, right? The rock the baby and other things.
And a 1-1. Kenley has become the first Curacao-born player to play for the Red Sox. Got it by him. 2-2. He's had some great years in his career with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Last year pitched for Atlanta and had 41 saves. Pitched in a lot of big games. And he popped foul out of play. Pitched in the World Series 3 times.
Yeah, it's remarkable too in a lot of ways. Very similar to Mariano with just mostly a cutter for a long period of time, and now has worked in a little bit of a 2-seamer and a slider.
He got him. He committed on the swing, one gone.
For people worried about it, that's 97 right there on that cut. Good spot on that location too.
Kenny, one of that group of Dodgers who have come across the country to play for the Red Sox, along with Justin Turner and of course Kike. Ground ball to first, scooped up nicely by Casas. 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, right there, that was more of the hesitation. Stayed up a little bit in that.
Can the Red Sox get this guy out? This is the guy who's really had a day for Baltimore. Austin Hayes. 2 doubles, a home run, and a single.
He set himself up for the month of April already.
So he has 4 hits in 4 trips. Ramon Urias, the second baseman, has 5 strikeouts in 5 trips. Pop foul out of play.
I'm going to ask Kenley the next time with the way he rocks back and tries to get his hip back into it. Right there. When did that start? What's the there? Nice. What's the cue? You know, like what is he trying to tell himself? Like not leak, you know, open, trying to stay back. Oh, a little front door cutter.
Timeout by Hayes.
I don't know if he liked that call.
Crowd building up the noise, looking for that strikeout. Little floater down for another hit. Hayes drops in a single, and he is 5 for 5, just as Rutschman was on opening day.
Yeah, we need to go find the analytics on that. Back-to-back nights of 5 for 5s. I mean, this is a great piece of hitting right here. Perfect location where you want that pitch. Just reaches out, hits it off the end of the bat. And he is living good today.
2 doubles, 2 singles, and the bomb in the first inning. So the 9th inning has a base runner here for the Orioles. Here's Henderson. He's gone 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
That's a big lead.
Not running. And a strike. In the bottom of the 9th, the Red Sox have due up Rafael Devers, Justin Turner, and Masa Yoshida. Couldn't get him to go on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1. And here comes McGuire. Giants have a 7-4 lead on the Yankees. They're in the 9th inning. Mentioned the Cardinals knocked off Toronto today 4-1. Everybody in the AL East except for the Red Sox into the win column at some point in these opening couple of days. Red Sox trying to join them. And the big right-hander with a 1-1. Runner goes. McGuire to throw down, but won't get him. So Hayes adds to a spectacular day, a 5 for 5 day with a stolen base. 5 more stolen. So it's another stolen base for the Orioles today. They have 10 in the first 2 games combined.
It's been pretty impressive to watch them run the bases.
That is the first time in Major League history a team has opened the season by stealing 5 bases in each of their first 2 games. Major League history. 3-1. And he'll walk him.
MLB got what they wanted. More action.
So Henderson walks for the 3rd time. And some trouble brewing here. Dave Bush out again. Mateo will be the hitter.
One of the interesting parts of more base running and more stealing, I mean, more than base running, is how bodies are going to handle that. You know, a lot of these guys aren't used to running as much as they have, and stealing bases takes a toll on the body.
It's been taking a toll on the Red Sox too for these 2 games. So a couple of men on. Mateo has a pair of stolen bases today. Decent pop in the bat too, with 13 home runs last year. They lead at 1st and 2nd. Right past him. Strike 1. Strike 2.
He's bringing it. Time to make a pitch right here. Get that thing outside. Get a chase.
Strike 3. He just blew him away. Well, Red Sox have a chance. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 8-7 Baltimore.
Fenway and just blowing by some cutters above the barrel. 2, and then throw it a little higher. Try to hit this. Nice sequence right there.
Way to start for Kenley. So the Red Sox have a chance. Down 8-7. This is Felix Bautista, who we saw on opening day, entered in the bottom of the 9th. He got the save, but he gave up 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. Defense let him down 2. They hung on to win that one 10-9. Rafael Devers has 3 hits today. Will lead things off. And down into the dirt, ball 1.
And we saw that a lot too. Didn't have the best of command.
Rafael with a base hit, first base hit in the 3rd, big double in the 7th, scored a run. Tip to the mitt. Gonna see a split or 2.
Gonna see that. Fastball plays up too. I mean, it's already coming in hot, but it also stays up there. Got to get on top of that heater.
Oh, knocked down the line, but that's going to slice foul.
All you got to do is laugh. I mean, it is amazing how he even just hits that pitch.
That was 100.
No, he's got it. I mean, look where this pitch is. He just 100.
Swing and a miss on front of the plate. Rutschman to collect it. Throws him out. 1 gone. Officially a strikeout on Rafael, and Justin Turner coming up.
It's one of the hard things too with Rafi is his ability to hit so many pitches that he's swinging a lot.
2 hits for Justin on the day, a double and a single. Once again, the Red Sox have scored enough runs with 10 hits. Ball 1. Back-to-back games, the Red Sox have fallen behind by a lot of runs. They've done 7-1 in this one. They've rallied.
Right there, I mean, it's 100 already, and ball stays above barrels. I mean, you got to be short to this guy. Not easy at bats.
Yoshida on deck. Fouled at the plate. Pouring in fastballs now. Another 100 miles an hour by Bautista.
And then he keeps you true with that splitter. You start trying to get out there and try to get to that fastball early. It drops that thing in there.
The 1-2 pitch. All the way to the backstop at 100.
Tried the corner.
Almost went through the netting.
That was coming in hot.
2-2. Bounced it with the split. Full count. Red Sox need a base runner any way they can get it. And the 3-2 pitch. Spoiled it. Back with the fastball.
Slow it down right there at 99.
Changeup.
This guy's. He is bringing it. Base hit, ball 4.
At short, Mateo, friendly hop. 2 gone. 2 away, and the last of the 9th. And it is up to Yoshida, who does not have a hit in this one. He's 0 for 4. Red Sox have fought from way behind in their first 2 games. They fell short 10-9 on opening day. Can they change the script here today? Bautista's 1-0. And popped it up. Racing out Henderson. McKenna coming on. McKenna's there. And he's got
dropped it.
Oh!
He dropped it.
Yoshida trying to get back. How about that? Oh my! The Red Sox have life. McKenna dropped it.
I was going to say twilight, so you might not see it, but that's not even twilight. He just dropped it.
Hey, my left fielder's having to go out and get
Boy,
his
you
hat.
got to be kidding me.
My left fielder, thank
This
you.
is a home run after this. This is one that could
Third
just
baseman's
break
having
you
to go to
down.
left field.
Like, just nice and easy. Look, just took his eye off it.
Oh.
Hey, one-handed catching is what most guys do, so one hand doesn't bother me. But get underneath it. Do not try to get it off to the side like that.
Bautista can't believe it. So for the second game in a row, the Orioles give the Red Sox some life with defense.
Wow. Mateo, 2 days ago with the air.
On the double play that wasn't. And now Duvall, who has tripled, homered, and doubled today. A drop in left, and the Red Sox still have a heartbeat.
And McKenna is definitely hearing that in left field right now. Look at his fan base.
2 down, and a ball. Now the game ought to be over. Yoshida knows that. Rev Snyder, the base runner, swinging a drive. This one deep. Oh, it's high up there. That ball should be out. That ball should be out. That ball is out. It is gone. It is gone. It's a walk-off for the Red Sox. Woo! Wow. You have got to be kidding. Adam Duvall with a line drive shot that gets out, and the Red Sox walk it off.
You cannot write it any better than that. Holy cow.
I mean, some of the Orioles are standing around in disbelief.
They're trying to see if there's a replay on this, but it hit that padding and stuck.
Home run.
They are look at.
There's nothing to look at here. That ball stuck in that padding and stayed up there.
So the home run is under review. Duvall cranking one out of here for the second time in the game.
Stuck it.
No question about it. The Red Sox win it.
Oh, yes.
Incredible.
Appreciate your help during the game.
You're never out of it. You're never out of it. This game's
After
beautiful.
review, the call on the field is confirmed. It's a home run.
Wow. Adam Duvall had himself a day.
Woo!
A 2-run homer. The Red Sox win it 9-8. As he drove in 5 runs in the ball game, hit 2 home runs, and the Red Sox walk it off to win an absolute stunner.
Unbelievable. Only needed a single for the cycle. He says not going to go with a 2-run homer for game over.
Well, you had just said it. What would happen if he hits a home run after the error? Jemai is with the hero.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Well, Adam, you get an opportunity there to rally back. I think I did. The game gave you another chance there. What are you thinking when he drops that pop fly that Yoshida hit?
Man, I mean, I was surprised. I was like, oh, yeah, you know, and I wanted an opportunity there. And I got it.
When you step into the box against Batista, who had a hard time really trying to throw strikes there, what was your approach in that situation?
The main thing was stick to my plan. I felt like last time I got a little bit out of it. I went for what he wanted me to swing at, and so, you know, I got a good pitch, put a good swing on it, and luckily, it was a home run.
Certainly. Now, in game 1 on Thursday, you guys rallied back, but you fell short. To be able to push through this time, how significant is it to show that resolve and get in the win column?
That's huge. I mean, you know, we battled back. We fought both games, and to be able to come out with a victory is good for your morale, right? So, you know, we'll take this into tomorrow, hopefully put together a good game and win the series.
All right, Adam, thanks a lot. Appreciate the time.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, OB. Adam Duvall sticking to his plan. Back up to you.
But did he just make 35,000 friends in a hurry? My goodness, brand new to the ball club. And what a day he had. 5 RBIs, a triple, a double, 2 home runs, the walk-off shot that barely made it over the top. They did review it, but ruled correctly. That ball is a game-winning home run. I haven't seen anything like that in a long time.
Oh, man, that was awesome. And, hey, you look at it, I saw people leaving the stadium. It's down 7-1. They're like, we're out. It's over. Never leave a ball game. You never know what's going to happen. It's great.
Boy, that's affirmation, isn't it? Never leave a ball game till it's over. It should have been over. McKenna with the drop in left. Then you said, what would happen if? And, man, Adam Duvall must have been listening. Look at this swing.
Boom. He is going to do a lot of that. He stays healthy. You're going to see a lot of homers.
Adam, Will, and Jim coming your way after the break. They got a lot to look at this game. A thriller. Red Sox walk it off 9-8 here against the Baltimore Orioles.